Hello guys and gals, and this is part 2 of our reading of Pokemon Gotta Catch 'em All, Official Guide to Legendary and Mythical Pokemon. This is by Simcha Whitehill, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, Simcha Whitehill. And when we left off, we were to the Regis. We had just finished reading about Latias. And we are going to pick it up here with the legendary Sinnoh. I believe these are Sinnoh Pokemon. I'm just going to check. No, Hoenn. Okay. So these are Hoenn Pokemon, which is good. As you can tell, I don't know my Pokemon generations, which is typical. So anyways, we are going to just get right into this with Regice. It is a legendary Pokemon. The Iceberg Pokemon is 5 foot 11 inches tall and weighs 385.8 pounds, and it is an ice type. Now, it says, created during the Ice Age, Regice's body is frozen solid and even lava can't melt it. It can lower the temperature of the air around it by several hundred degrees. Regice's entire body is made up of an ancient ice so cold it's impossible to melt. Even if Regice jumped into a volcano, the boiling hot magma would have no effect on its frosty frame. It lives in a state of deep freeze at negative 328 degrees Fahrenheit. Next we have Regirock. It is a legendary Pokemon. It is the Rock Peak Pokemon. It is 5 foot 7 inches tall. It is 507.1 pounds, and it is a rock type. It says here, Regirock's body is made entirely of rocks, and these rocks were recently discovered to be made from all around the world. It repairs itself after battle by seeking out new rocks. If this legendary golem is damaged during battle, it can fill in the gap with any rock it finds. That is very helpful. Now, we are to Reggie Steel. It is a legendary Pokemon. It is the Iron Pokemon. It is 6 foot 3 inches tall, and it weighs 451.9 pounds, and it is a steel type. Let's see. Registeel isn't actually made of steel. It is a strange substance harder than any known metal. Ancient people sealed it away in a prison. After living underground for thousands of years, the metal in Registeel's body became so compressed that researchers aren't quite sure of what exactly its body is composed. Amazingly enough, the leading theory is that the metal in Registeel's body cannot be found anywhere on Earth. It's completely unique, and its origin is unknown. The material is so strong that although this legend Pokemon is completely hollow, its metal is indestructible. Nothing can crush it or even scratch the surface. Registeel. Now, we're going to read about the battle to protect 4 legendary Pokemon. It says here, Ash, Brock, Dawn, Piplup, and Pikachu were visiting Frontier Brandon's Battle Pyramid. Now that is a tongue twister if I've ever heard one. Frontier Brandon's Battle Pyramid. Wow. When a surprise visitor drove up, Maria, the local Snowport Temple Guardian. Brandon, a mysterious group of people has surrounded the entrance to the temple, Maria cried. Let's board the battle pyramid and head there right away, Brandon replied. Eager to volunteer, Ash and his friends joined Brandon in the battle pyramid as it took flight. Maria began to tell them the history of her beloved Snowpoint Temple. Legend has it, she said, that a long time ago a fiery volcano erupted and swallowed Snowpoint Forest in its inferno, reducing all the rich greenery to ash. As its lava flowed downhill, it became clear its path of destruction was headed straight for Snowpoint City. Out of the darkness, a bright blue light shone like a beacon, bringing with it the legendary Pokemon Regigigas. Along with Regirock, Registeel, and Regice, Regigigas stopped the ferocious volcano from destroying another step. Together, the 4 legendary golems saved the entire city from complete ruin. Then Regigigas transformed itself into a round blue stone filled with light. Inside its orb form, it fell into a deep slumber to protect the sleeping giant Regirock, Regice, and Registeel, transforming themselves into guardian pillars made of the 3 basic elements of the land: rock, ice, and steel. Snowpoint Temple stands above the spot where these magical shifts took place. The legendary Pokemon have remained there for centuries, safe and sound until now. As the battle pyramid neared the temple, Brandon spotted the source of the trouble. Hunter J, the Pokemon poacher, and her henchman. Hunter J had set her sights on catching the legendary Regigigas. Before Brandon and his battle pyramid crew could make a move, Hunter J sent swarms of Metang and Skarmory to attack them midair. Whap, bam, pop. The battle pyramid was trapped in a hail of a hundred slimy sludge bombs and fiery flash cannons. One of the rotors on the battle pyramid snapped. "Hang on, everyone," Brandon shouted, steering into an emergency landing. The battle pyramid hit the ground with a thud and slid to a slow stop. Everyone piled into Brandon's minicraft to get closer to the temple. "They're back," one of Hunter J's goons cried, watching the minicraft approach. "Prepare for another attack." Another swarm of Metang and Skarmory filled the sky, ready to strike again, but before they could make the first move, Ash called out, "Pikachu, Thunderbolt, now!" Piplup used Bubble Beam, Don added. Together, their attacks cleared a path to the temple doors. Ash and his friends ran inside to the altar, where they came face to face with Hunter J. She proudly showed off the destruction of the temple. The rocky rubble of what once were the pillars of Regice and Regirock, with her new powerful Salamence doing her bidding. Jay would stop at nothing to destroy the legendary Golem Guardians and awaken Regigigas. "You must not go through with this," Maria pleaded. "Disturbing Regigigas could lead to disaster." "Poof." Hunter J shrugged, signaling Salamence to strike again. With a quick blast of Hyper Beam, Salamence made Reggie Steel's pillar smash down on the path to the altar, blocking Ash and his crew from getting closer. "All you can do now is stand and watch," Hunter J said, smirking. Salamence fired off a series of flamethrowers on Regigigas' blue stone. Suddenly, powerful red lights beamed up from a triangle carved in the floor. Regigigas announced itself with an angry roar. It started firing attacks at the temple walls. The whole sacred place began to crumble. "Regigigas, you've got to stop," Ash warned, dodging a boulder. But there was no reasoning with the furious giant. "Intense rage is making it go berserk," Maria cried. Everyone inside the temple raced to avoid the rain of rocks falling from Regigigas' brutal blast. Even Hunter J and Salamence were forced to retreat. Brandon called on Regirock, Registeel, and Regice to protect the crew while they raced away. With the help of the legendary Pokemon, their friends escaped. Boom, the entire temple collapsed in one big pile of rock with a single rage-filled blast. Regigigas broke free and went on a rampage. Brandon thought the only way to stop the colossal Pokemon was to catch it, so he had Regirock, Registeel, and Regice launch a coordinated attack of Hyper Beam and Focus Punch. But their triple attack was no match for the massive Pokemon. It stopped the three of them with one hit, Don exclaimed. Brandon used Regice to freeze Regigigas. In Ice Beam, the massive Pokemon turned into an iceberg. "You did it," Ash cheered, but Regigigas' rage was too strong, and it crushed the ice coat into ice cubes. Regice, Registeel, and Regirock snapped back into battle action. Hunter J swooped in on Salamence and had Ariados tie up Brandon and the crew with sticky string shot. "No way, Hunter J," Ash shouted. Suddenly, the colossal Pokemon surprised everyone with Confuse Ray, and Regirock, Registeel, and Regice began following the instructions from Regigigas. The three fired attacks at J until she was forced to retreat again. "It's just like the legend. They've become the three pillars that protect Regigigas," Maria exclaimed. But the blasts continued, and the four legendary golems marched away, firing in every direction, leaving a path of rocky rubble in their wake. They were headed straight for town. "If we don't stop them, it'll be a disaster," Brock worried. The crew was still struggling to break out of Ariados' string shot. "Croagunk," Brock's Pokemon pal shouted, bursting out of its Pokeball. Croagunk quickly freed its trainer, who helped his friends get out of their sticky shackles. Then they got back in Brandon's mini-craft to search for the rampaging Regigigas, Regirock, Reggie Steel, and Regice. They weren't the only ones looking for the legendary golems. Hunter J and her goons had set up a trap in a mountain pass. When Regigigas was in sight, Hunter J had one of her henchmen fire at the ground around its feet. Then the ship shot gobs of glue and glue to net the colossal Pokemon. Regirock, Reggie Steel, and Regice stepped up to protect Regigigas from another attack. "Get out of my way," Hunter J yelled, firing from her wrist cannon. Ash and his crew arrived just in time to see Hunter J's blast turn Reggie Steel and Regice into stone. But before Jay could hit Regirock, Brandon jumped in front of her fire to protect the legendary Pokemon. Instantly, he turned into Rock too. "Oh no, Brandon!" Ash cried out. Regigigas gazed down at Brandon. The legendary Pokemon suddenly realized that Brandon and his crew had been trying to protect it. You meddlesome fools," Hunter J shouted, pointing her wrist cannon at them. When Regigigas realized his new friends were in jeopardy, he gained the strength to break free from Hunter J's glue trap and stepped in front of Hunter J's destructive blast and protected Ash and his crew. Sensing the tide had turned against her, Hunter J packed up her goons and hurried away. But though the battle had ended, Brandon, Regice, and Reggie Steel were still trapped in stone, and Ash and his pals didn't know how to free them. "Brock, isn't there a way for us to return them all back to normal?" Ash asked. "I don't know," Brock admitted. Regigigas, forgive us, please," Maria begged. "I'm sorry we weren't able to protect your slumber, but I promise we did our best to save you. Can you save them now?" Regigigas nodded. Ready to help, he bathed the rock figures in the blue glow of hidden power. The stone melted away, and Reggie Steel, Regice, and Brandon were free. "Regigigas, are you okay?" Brandon asked. Regigigas nodded. Whatever was left of its rage disappeared. Before the friend's eyes, Regigigas again returned to its round blue stone form. "Regigigas' slumber will never be disturbed again," Brandon vowed. Brandon promised to fulfill the legend and have Regirock, Regice, and Reggie Steel return to their rightful places as guardian pillars to protect Regigigas. As for Ash and his friends, they were happy to have helped restore both faith and the safety of the legendary golems. Now we are to the legendary and mythical Pokemon of Sinnoh. Looks like we have Palkia and Dialga. But first one we're going to look at is Shaymin, a mythical Pokemon. Shaymin is the gratitude Pokemon, and this is the land form. It is 8 inches tall. It weighs 4.6 pounds, and it is a grass type. Now let's see what this has to say. Shaymin can take on 2 forms, land and sky. Shaymin land form is shy, while Shaymin's sky form is spunky. But despite their personality differences, they share the same power. Shaymin can completely restore a land destroyed by pollution. When the Gracilde flower blooms, Shaymin gains the power of flight. Wherever it goes, it clears the air of toxins and brings feelings of gratitude. Ash and his pals once had the chance to see a land form Shaymin transform into sky form Shaymin deep in the forest, when they met Marley, a girl caring for a sick Shaymin. Ash and his crew were happy to help her restore its health. They found a field with blooming Gracilde flowers, which helped Shaymin shift into sky form. The mythical Pokemon gained wings and the confidence to fly away on its own journey to spread Gracilde flowers across the land. Next we have Arceus, or Arceus, or Arceus if you watch M&J TV. He refers to it as Arceus. It is a mythical Pokemon as well. It is the alpha Pokemon. It is 10 feet 6 inches tall. It weighs 705.5 pounds, and it is a normal type. And all it says here under Arceus is it is the mythical In the mythology of the Sinnoh region, Arceus emerged from its egg into complete nothingness, and then shaped the world and everything in it. For that reason, Arceus is known as the creator and is called the Alpha Pokemon. Now we have Manaphy here. It is another mythical Pokemon. The seafaring Pokemon. It is 1 foot tall. It weighs 3.1 pounds and is a water type. From its earliest days, Manaphy possesses the power to form close bonds with any Pokemon, no matter what kind. Manaphy is truly amazing at making friends, and its gift with emotions also extends to empathy. It can help people change their minds by showing them what it's like to be on the other side of an issue using Heart Swap. Manaphy does not shy away from its responsibility to the community. It often acts as the leader of the Pokemon in the ocean. That's why it's called the Prince of the Sea. Next we have Phione. It says here that it's also a mythical Pokemon. It is the sea drifting Pokemon. It's 1 foot 4 inches tall. It weighs 6.8 pounds, and it is a water type. It says Phione gather in large groups as they drift with the current through warm seas. After floating for a time, they always return home, no matter how far they have traveled. When the water is warm, Fione's head will inflate like a pool float, letting this mythical Pokemon flow with the ocean's currents. That is a nice little gimmick. I like it. Next, we have Darkrai, which is also a mythical Pokemon. It is the pitch black Pokemon. It is 4 foot 11 inches tall. It weighs 111.3 pounds, and it is a dark type. It says here, Darkrai defends its territory by sending intruders into a deep sleep, where they are tormented by terrible nightmares. Darkrai definitely lives up to the dark in its name. According to myth, it likes to seek prey on moonless nights and can hide easily since it is made of shadows. Up next we have Cresselia. It is a legendary Pokemon. It is the lunar Pokemon. It is 4 foot 11 inches tall. It weighs 188.7 pounds, and it is a psychic type. It says the glimmering particles that trail from Cresselia's wings resemble a veil. This legendary Pokemon, which brings happy dreams, is said to be a symbol of the crescent moon. Cresselia's joy is the only thing that can balance the darkness that Darkrai brings. Ash and his friends learned firsthand how Darkrai's grip can ruin a good night's sleep. When they visited Canalave City, they discovered all the locals had been suffering from nightmares. Darkrai typically visit the city once a year, and a Cresselia from Full Moon Island shooed it away after a one-night stay. But this year, Darkrai came early, and Cresselia was missing. Ash and his friends volunteered to help Officer Jenny track down Cresselia. Dawn called on Swinub, who sniffed its way to a cliff where Cresselia's shrine stood. Legendary Pokemon appeared, but so did Team Rocket. Swinub battled back the trio of villains with such passion that it evolved into Piloswine. A pile of swine. Once free, Cresselia headed to Canalave City to challenge Darkrai to a battle, but the pitch-black Pokemon was a coward. It backed down and ran out of town, knowing the city was safe to sleep again. Cresselia bid Ash, Dawn, and their friends farewell. Now, we have Giratina. Giratina is the renegade Pokemon, a legendary Pokemon, I might add. It is 22.8 feet tall. 22 feet 8 inches tall. It weighs 1,433 pounds, and it is a Ghost Dragon type. It says here, as punishment, the legendary Pokemon Giratina was banished to another dimension where everything is distorted and reversed. The other dimension is a strange place with low gravity. Giratina is the only one who is free to traverse between the reverse world and the normal world. These two worlds are linked. When time and space are damaged, the reverse world corrects the damage. But if Giratina sees someone causing lots of damage to time and space, it will chase down the offender. Okay. Now we have Heatran. It is a legendary Pokemon. It is the Lava Dome Pokemon. It is 5 foot 7 inches tall. It weighs 948 pounds, and it is a Fire Steel type. Heatran. Some like it hot, and Heatran is definitely that type. Said to have been born from fire, Heatran's blood boils like lava. Heatran makes its home in caves carved out of volcanic eruptions. The legendary Pokemon's feet can dig into rock, allowing it to walk on walls and ceilings. Okay, I think this used to be stickers, and I think there used to be a poster in here too. And now we're to Dialga, the temporal Pokemon. It is also a legendary Pokemon. It is 17 feet 9 inches tall, and it weighs 1,505.8 pounds, and it is a Steel Dragon type. Dialga. It said Dialga can control time with its mighty roar. In ancient times, it was revered as a legend. According to legend, time began when Dialga was born. Because of its incredible relationship to every second, Dialga has complete control over clocks. The temporal Pokemon can bend any instant to its will with its mighty roar of time. Okay, and next we have Palkia, or Palkia. Legendary Pokemon. This is the spatial Pokemon. It is 13 feet 9 inches tall. It weighs 740.8 pounds, and it is a water dragon type. Palkia. It is said that Palkia can cause rents and distortions in space. In ancient times, it was revered as a legend. There are shrines to Dialga and Palkia all over Sinnoh. According to ancient legends, Palkia lives in a parallel dimension because it does not visit the Pokemon world often. Not much is known about it. However, it is said that this legendary Pokemon can morph and mold space. Next, we have Regigigas. It is the colossal Pokemon. It is also a legendary. It is 12 foot 3 inches tall. It weighs 925.9 pounds, and it is a normal type. According to legend, Regigigas built smaller models of itself out of rock, ice, and magma. So it's enormous. It's so enormous that it could tow an entire continent behind it. Regigigas has a connection to 3 Pokemon called Regirock, Reggie Steel, and Regice. They have different types, but these Pokemon are like Regigigas in many ways. All of them have robotic voices and flashing lights on their bodies, and they are all found in old and forgotten places. And we are to the Lake Guardians. We will start off with, this is also a legendary Pokemon, the willpower Pokemon, Azelf. It is 1 foot tall, it weighs 0.7 pounds, and it is a psychic type. According to legend, Azelf brought a lasting balance to the world. It is known as the being of willpower. Legendary Pokemon Azelf, Mesprit, and Uxie were hatched from the same egg. Azelf is known for a special gift. It brought an enduring balance to the world. To keep this delicate balance without disruption, Azelf sleeps at the bottom of a lake. Next we have Mesprit. It is a legendary Pokemon. It is the emotion Pokemon. It is 1 foot tall. It weighs 0.7 pounds, and it is a psychic type. According to legend, Mesprit brought the first taste of joy and sorrow to people's hearts. It is known as the being of emotion. Mesprit taught people happiness, sadness, and even pain. These emotions have added a complex and wonderful depth to life. Like Azelf, it sleeps at the bottom of a lake, but it is said that sometimes this spirit rises and flies across the lake's surface. And what we'll probably end on is Uxie. It is a legendary Pokemon. It is the knowledge Pokemon. It is 1 foot tall, and it weighs 0.7 pounds, and it is a psychic type. According to legend, Uxie brought the gift of intelligence to humankind. It is known as the being of knowledge. But beware, Uxie can take intelligence away too. Legend says that if you stare into its eyes, it can wipe out your memories. When we pick this up in the next episode, we will be reading about the legendary and mythical Pokemon of the Unova region. And with that being said, we have been reading from... Okay, let me find a bookmark here. We'll use this. Kind of a big bookmark, but it won't. We've been reading from Official Guide to Legendary and Mythical Pokemon. It is by Simcha Whitehill, and it is a very good book. If you like this content, make sure you like and subscribe and ring the bell so you know when I upload it. And if you want to support me in any way, all the information will be in the description below. As always, thanks for watching, everyone, and have a great day.